Asphalt Xtreme is the latest installment to the ever so popular Asphalt series. This time, Gameloft has taken a stab at their first off-road racing spin-off. Is Asphalt Xtreme a game that can impress the best? And if not, does it create a good foundation for Gameloft to build upon? The first thing I noticed about this game was the gorgeous passing backgrounds during gameplay. In fact, it was so distracting I crashed a few times during my first runs just gawking at the scenery. The depth of field within this game is incredible, perhaps even comparable to consoles, and at times it sucked me in so much I forgot that I was playing on my phone. The art style is realistic, and the efforts of the developers are evident in the courses. While the animations for running water or blowing sand are at best average, they're not too bothersome, as there's always a lot going on within your field of vision to single out small flaws. Asphalt's graphics really shine when it comes to the cars themselves, with realistic reflections and close attention to the small details, like stickers and decals. I played this game on an iPhone 6s and it had no problems whatsoever in terms of handling the graphics. Everything looks fluid and I've yet to see a drop in frame rate, even during online play. On the other hand, the soundtrack in this game is nothing special, largely a collection of various upbeat rock songs. The sound effects are very similar to the sound effects used in previous Asphalt games, but with a bit of a darker feel, meshing well with the off-road racing concept. Overall, the sounds in this game are not outstanding, but does its job, creating an adequately immersive experience. In terms of game mechanics, it looks like Gameloft copied over a lot from their previous installments. For general controls, you have 4 choices, ranging from tilt and drive to even a virtual steering option. The main components of the controls include steering, braking, and using your nitrous, giving way to a very simple control layout. The game brings an interesting 3-tiered nitrous activation to the table, and this adds an enjoyable challenge to the game, forcing the player to pay attention to the nitrous gauge and sound during racing. With a bit of hands-on experience, playing the game should come very naturally. In-game, players are given a choice to race with 7 categories of cars: buggy, rally car, SUV, muscle car, pickup, truck, and monster truck. This is a welcome addition to the Asphalt series, as before they only had classes of cars, which didn't differentiate between makes. All the cars rely on the same upgrade system, where the player must collect cards and pay a certain amount of credits to upgrade specific attributes. Gameloft is pretty generous with its card distribution, allowing players to acquire cards from winning races, daily login bonuses, or gift boxes. Extending from the previous game of the series, Asphalt 8 Airborne, this game emphasizes a lot of airtime. With ramps scattered across the tracks, players are able to execute a series of high-flying jumps that give the cars a nitro boost. One difference I noticed while playing was that drifting was more of a luxury than a necessity in this game. In previous iterations, drifting seemed to be a bigger part of the gameplay. This can be good news for first-time players, as there's less of a learning curve, but for players looking for more action, this game style might be a disappointment. I've been able to cruise through most of the beginning stages without ever drifting, and I've yet to see the merit of it. Asphalt Xtreme has 3 main modes: limited time events, multiplayer, and career. Limited time events are limited events where players earn certain achievements to earn special prizes. Even though the cars in these races are AI, they were considerably better racers than the ones I played with in career mode. If you're looking for a challenge and think career mode is too easy, you might want to give this a try. Multiplayer is Asphalt Xtreme's version of online play. Their course selection is something I really appreciated. It's a majority voting system that let all the racers vote on the number of laps, course, and race mode. Otherwise, online racing is pretty standard. Every race is something you'll surely experience in career mode. Finally, career mode is Asphalt Xtreme's single-player mode, where the player competes in various series and seasons. The Asphalt franchise is known to have an impressive amount of content for a mobile game, and Xtreme is not an outlier. While it seems that Xtreme has less content than its predecessors, remember that it's a new game, and the old games were updated with expansions to get to the point where they are now. There's no reason to doubt that Gameloft will stop updating Xtreme anytime soon, so you can expect players to be occupied with updates for quite some while. The biggest problem with this game's predecessor was its persistence on monetization, primarily enforcing players to pay for specific types of cars and races. While it seems that Asphalt Xtreme is friendlier on the wallet, it's hard to tell given that it's such a new game. In the meantime, it's still possible to purchase most of the cars with in-game currency, although it looks like it will require an obsessive amount of grinding. And while we're on the topic of in-game currency, one thing I didn't like about this game was its excessive types of it. There are 4 types: credits, stars, tokens, and tickets. While each currency has a different purpose and some aren't actually utilized to advance in the game, keeping track of all of them was a headache. One thing is for certain, Gameloft has given players a lot of choices on where to put their money. Overall, Asphalt Xtreme is a solid game that doesn't disappoint fans of the Asphalt series. It's a true descendant to its predecessors, with very similar game mechanics but different skins. While it's not outstanding, it's pretty difficult to find fault in any aspect of this game. Its most distinguishing features are the exceptional background settings and the extensive car categories that players can choose from. I would recommend this game to any off-road enthusiast in a heartbeat, but the content will be enjoyable to general gamers alike. So is Xtreme a game that can be a series of its own? Not yet, as it's still closer to a spin-off than an independent game that differentiates itself. But players can be assured that Asphalt Xtreme will receive new content for a long time, judging that it's part of an established series. Gameloft has a reputation of being monetization focused, so while we do have to keep an eye out for that in the future, for now Asphalt Xtreme is a great game that will please a variety of audiences. Toilet Replay is a channel that is all about mobile gaming. It's a relatively new channel, so we would really appreciate your feedback. If you liked what you heard in this video, please subscribe to us to be notified of any new content we make. Additionally, if you've played this game, give us your opinion about it in the comments below. See y'all later.